Hey guys, and welcome to a new edition of News Bytes. This is my roundup of tech news from the last week, so let's get into it. So first off, we've got Apple. They've got a special event coming up, April the 20th. So if you're into your Apple devices, take note of that. 10 a.m. Pacific time, I think it is, and 6 p.m. GMT. So yeah, tune in for that. I think it's apple.com that you go to and find out what they're going to surprise us with. But rumor is that it's related to iPad, so could be updated version of the iPad, faster model or something like that, bigger screen, who knows. But if you are somebody who uses Apple devices, then you probably don't want to miss that event. So next up, really interesting announcement this, and that's Microsoft, their acquisition of Nuance for $20 billion, which is a staggering sum of money, really. If you don't know who Nuance is, they do, or historically have done, an awful lot of work in voice recognition software, and they've done it for laptops, televisions, cars, all kinds of stuff. But most recently, they've kind of been working in the healthcare sector. Now, not a lot of people know, but Microsoft actually have kind of like a healthcare framework within their ecosystem, and it's not massively publicized. This, if you're in the healthcare sector, you probably know about it, but it's not something they shout about all the time. And really interesting, the acquisition of Nuance is obviously, they see benefit in adding their technology to that Microsoft platform. Whether they might go beyond that and use some of the other functionality that they've developed previously in other products, that's yet to be seen. But the healthcare sector is an expanding space of technology, and has been for a number of years, and so I think that's a really exciting thing to happen there. And you think of all the things that Microsoft's doing at the moment in its various spaces, AI, machine learning, adding voice recognition to stuff. It's all building up what could potentially be a very exciting platform for healthcare. So something to keep an eye on. These things, they tend to rumble on for a couple of years before there's a big bang announcement about something. But $20 billion is a lot of money to spend on a company to not have an idea in mind. So let's see what they come up with. And another really interesting one, and this one for the gamers really, it's Electronic Arts patenting basically an artificial intelligence system for basically difficulty level within games. And it's the dynamic difficulty adjustment, or DDA is what it's abbreviated to. And you can see here, the patent application that they've got there, the diagrams and everything, and the details about it. If you think historically, games, when you got multiplayer games where you're the single player playing against bots and stuff like that, this is all coded in to just certain difficulty levels and things like that. So to have something that's going to learn using machine learning and AI to automatically adjust based upon your current level of skill level within the game, I think that's going to be quite interesting. You can see that being applied into things like the football games and FIFA and stuff like that. So whether they end up using it or not, is a different thing. But interesting to see that publishers and software companies like that are looking at implementing that kind of technology. Lots of this stuff, this back-end processing is moved into the cloud now, which makes it easier for that kind of stuff to happen, and obviously it can happen a lot faster than it being done locally on a console or a PC. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they come out with there. And finally is the announcement from AMD that they have launched the new Cezanne APUs. So these are CPUs with an integrated GPU on them. So in this instance, it's a Vega 8 GPU, and some interesting stats on it. So apologies for looking down at my notes here, but it's You know, for content creators, 30% uplift in performance over previous generation. Overall compute processing is 80% up, so that's quite a jump. I've got no prices on it yet, but you know, they're going to be roughly in line with everything else, I guess. They're only OEM at the moment, so you're going to see these in pre-built systems, but they'll come out available for DIYers, and you know, there's a lot of hardware suppliers that end up selling OEM chips when you buy a low-end item with it as well. So I'm sure you'll be able to get hold of one of these you know, soon enough. But yeah, that's what I've got for this week. So I'd love to know your thoughts on this stuff, guys. You know, mentioned today, especially kind of things like the EA dynamic difficulty. I think that's really interesting. That, you know, step too far, or is that really going to enhance games for the gamers amongst you? But as always, you know, any comments, questions, drop them down below. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. And you know, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.